What is up, y'all? Welcome back to another song reaction. We are checking out the song Lowest in Me from Staind. So last week, the song came out, and I had planned to record it then, but I just kind of got busy with schedule and whatnot. And so I have been waiting to listen to the song. But let's jump into let's just talk about Staind for just a few minutes before we jump into the actual track. Staind used to be one of my favorite bands. Like, I'm talking top five, maybe even up as far as number two all time at one point when I was growing up in like in my teens, my high school years. But then they kind of just fell off. They just, after chapter 5, they just kind of dwindled down for me in terms of just how amazing they were. Obviously, I'm a metalhead and I'm a huge, huge, huge fan of Dysfunction. Okay. Not gonna lie, guys. I'm gonna be that guy on this. I'm probably gonna be that guy on this episode. Okay. Do I want Dysfunction? Hell to the fuck to the yes. Okay. I want some Dysfunction style music from this fucking band once again. Okay. Huge fan of that. 14 Shades of Grey. That is a great album as well. Break the Cycle is probably my favorite. And then we have Chapter 5, which was a phenomenal record in of itself. That's kind of when they started changing. But Chapter 5 was probably number 3 for me. I think 14 Shades of Grey is a little bit below that. And then the Illusion Progress and the self-titled, and yeah, all those come last, okay? But when they said they were going to be releasing a new track, I was cautious. I wouldn't say that I'm super optimistic, and I wouldn't say that I'm super excited to listen to this track because I'm just kind of afraid as to what they're giving me, okay? Like, I feel like I'm going to get Illusion of Progress or the self-titled days, right? We're just not going to get that heaviness from them at all. Like, I want Dysfunction, and I want Break the Cycle, but I know in my head's telling me that this is not going to be one of those types of songs. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Let's see if I'm disappointed. Let's see if I'm not. 3, 2, 1. So far, so good, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. Aaron Lewis, voice of an angel. This sounds like Break the Cycle. Straight up sounds just like it would be. It's ripped off Break the Cycle. It's a scream. I'll take it, guys. So far, it's kind of like a by the numbers type of single, for sure. Is that a negative? I don't know. Probably. He's not gonna scream, is he? Okay. All right, Aaron Lewis. I fucking hear you. All right. Well, let's talk about it. So, couple of things. First off, this does sound like it was made in the Break the Cycle era of Stain, for sure. Just oh my god, it's kind of crazy how much how similar it does sound like Break the Cycle, which is a huge positive. Okay, huge positive, because before we even watched it, listened to it, I even mentioned that Break the Cycle is probably my favorite album from them, with Dysfunction right there, number one, number two. You probably swap them back and forth occasionally. Break the Cycle has a number of hits. It was honestly the album that got me into Stained, that album, and then Chapter 5, and then I went backwards, and then I listened to Dysfunction, and that's when I fell in love with that. And then we had 14 Shades of Grey. Guys, that was in the LimeWire era, okay? I'm not saying I ripped those songs, but I fucking ripped those songs, and I had numerous albums from them from fucking LimeWire. Also got numerous viruses from them as well. But that's neither here nor there. This song, like I said, stripped straight from Break the Cycle, and I fucking love that. The other positive, screams. I thought the scream here or there at the end of the choruses, I thought that was as much as we were gonna get, and then they fucking had like a breakdown, and he was screaming. I mean, the best scream that he can make, I guess, at this point. I mean, it's not like Dysfunction or anything like that, but they're screams nonetheless, and I am 100% down with that. Okay, down with that. That breakdown that they had after that chorus was actually pretty good, and it was decently heavy song overall. Now, the issue that I have with it is, I mentioned this a minute ago, it does feel a little bit by the numbers. It feels like a verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro type rock song. And that's one of the reasons why I don't like rock music nowadays, is because they don't fucking change up the structures whatsoever. And it's no different with this song. There's just no like changing of the structures, and it just doesn't feel like they're reaching out and doing something different with this track. It feels like a rock song. And that's one of the, like I said, that's one of the reasons why I kind of broke away from rock music in general and went more towards the metal scene, because they have so many subgenres and shit like that, that every track kind of feels different. Now, there was a period of time where metalcore felt very fucking samey, and I went back to rock music, and that was during the let's make every song Bad Girlfriend from Theory of a Dead Man. That was that era. You know, what was that song from Saving Abel? It was like some you know what I'm talking about. He wants to bang some chick or some shit like that. It had the cover with the girl's ass on it with the jeans. Anyways, that was like the downfall of rock music for about a decade, because every song ended up being about strippers and shit like that, and it became monotonous and kind of fucking boring, honestly. But neither here nor there. That's a rant for a different day. This song in particular, I think, is definitely one of the better tracks that I've heard from Stained. Is it better than anything that's off of their self-titled album? Probably. I'd have to go back and listen to the self-titled album again to kind of confirm that. But it's definitely, I mean, we haven't had a Stained song in what, 10, 12 years, something like that. It's been a long time. So, am I excited about a potential album from them? The interest has gone up a little bit. Not gonna lie, the interest has gone up a little bit, and I'm definitely going to be paying attention to them a little bit more as they kind of maybe potentially release new music, and I'll be down with it. I will absolutely listen to it day one release. But as far as like, oh shit, I'm gonna stay up late and I'm gonna listen to it when it releases, let's not get fucking crazy here, okay? But I think the potential for a heavy album is there. And look, the world needs. I'm sorry, Aaron Lewis, but you gotta fucking listen to me. I know you're checking out this YouTube channel, and you're gonna be listening to what I gotta say. Okay, I know you're doing that. Like, just hear me out. We need angry Aaron Lewis. That shit's gonna be fucking golden. But I'm being facetious, obviously. But I do think that there is potential for Stained to come back and be good again after hearing this track. But the issue is the by the numbers portion of the rock song. There's no structure changes. It's just there's no changes whatsoever from beginning to end, other than that little breakdown bridge that they got going on, which was great. But that's literally the only time that they ever change. It's just it's a little wave back and forth throughout the entire song, and it makes it kind of boring and generic feeling, honestly. So in terms of, do I like this track? Do I love it? Do I hate it? I like it. Wouldn't say that I hate it. This definitely wouldn't, like, if I was listening to Break the Cycle and this was in the middle of that album, would I skip it? No. Is this going to make me go listen to Break the Cycle? Absolutely. And I will enjoy all those songs more than this one. And that's kind of where I'm trying to get at is, yes, it does sound like Break the Cycle, but it's not necessarily in that same category as greatness as Break the Cycle is. So y'all let me know in the comment section below what you thought about Lowest in Me, and if it's a track that has got you excited for the future of Staind. But other than that, guys, I will catch y'all next time on another episode. Laters.